Game community is similar to your personal diplomat between players and developers. We represent our game in the best light possible to potential players that may be interested in it for the long term. We highlight the gameplay, drive conversation forward, and build brand loyalty via engagement.
I'm Vlad, and I'm Senior Game Operations Manager for NExT Studios. I've been working on Synced Off Planet and Biped. My coverage right now is mostly on community management and content marketing. And what that means is that also we're in charge of preparing the content for social media, for interaction with our players, and talking to the developers as well about the games that are upcoming and the games that are going to be released soon.
I started my work in game community industry basically by doing fan sites for the games that I loved when I was young. And from that passion, I got recognized by other companies and got a job offer.
I came to China in 2012 because of my work. I just stayed because I loved it. I love the people and I love the culture and everything around it. I started my job in NExT by basically finding out that the games that NExT has been making have been extremely unique. The NExT Studios developers care extremely passionately about their games. Every time we meet with each other, it is incredible how much just pure passion and involvement they have with us from all kinds of angles, and they're always willing to listen to the feedback. The way community works with the development team is usually from the beginning of the creation of a game. In case of Biped, for example, even before the game was officially made, we sat down with the developers and asked them, what is the scope of the game, which platforms does it come on, what are the features of it, so we could message that to the players in the right way. And then we would think about, what would be the platforms and the places that we could communicate with players. The key value of Operations Manager is basically the fact that you do interact with the player but on a daily basis almost. I very often join Twitch streams, jump on Discord and talk to players. I go on Reddit as well. My everyday routine is usually pretty early in the morning. I like to get my work done early before everybody else wakes up. I don't like to be disturbed while I work. Most of my work gets done in 2 or 3 hours, and then I basically dedicate myself to meeting up with other colleagues and catching up and having a coffee or having a meeting, and then trying to understand what our goals are, things we can do next together. I usually dedicate 2 or 3 hours every day to just sync up with the players. I read Discord, I read Reddit, I check out some streams that happen on Twitch. If there is some kind of stream live going on, I try to also jump into the chat and just say thank you to the players that play our game. It's very rewarding to see even not so popular streamers play our game, especially this morning, and kind of interact with them and just say thank you, and them actually noticing, wait a minute, you guys are NExT Studios. You guys actually made the game, which is very nice to see.
I think listening to the feedback that you get and then reacting to it accordingly is ultimately the most important thing. Hear that they're being heard is the key to that kind of job. Be a good communicator. I think that's the core of everything. Of course, having love and passion for what you do is the key, but the way you use the communication platforms and the way you communicate with people day to day in office and online is probably the most important part. A lot of people think about the future of game industry overall as being replaced by AI or bots or other technology, and I don't think that community management especially is going to be easily replaceable, because you're dealing with so many personalities, so many different people, and so many different cultures that you need to digest and understand very deeply. Over the course of time, of course, you're going to be able to judge sentiment and calculate better data. In general, I think human interaction is going to be something that we will always demand and always require as human beings.
NExT is community. NExT is you.